Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, if you're feeling bubbly, I guess today. Guess we are doing bubbly shit today. Look at these beautiful people who are still playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer on the Xbox. Law 320, Malevian, getting a little bit difficult. Look at these beautiful people. Firebase Glacier, Enemy Reaper, Challenge Silver. This is about right. This is pretty standard. Firebase Glacier was always the one that you had to use so you can get those games done fast. I've still been on the Mass Effect grind. Funny enough, I've actually started the Destiny grind too lately. I did a bunch, I did 5-hour stream of Destiny. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Well, what's today? Sunday? Yeah, it was on Saturday night. Saturday night, like Pacific Standard Time, of course. I did this massively long Destiny stream. And I hadn't played Destiny since Forsaken came out, but I had the itch, and it was really, really fun. I was rolling around, well, I was doing a lot of stuff, but I was rolling around killing people with something called the Sunshot in Crucible. Well, at least for part of my powerful gear upgrades and stuff. I will admit, that was really enjoyable. However, I have to say, that weird gun, what's that weird gun called again? The Luna's Howl? Luna's Howl? Really strong. Got killed by that a lot. It seems like one of those guns that the community might get upset about. Anyway, maybe I'll play Destiny from one of these videos sometime later on when I can discuss it a little bit better and make more sense of myself. So the kitchen got worse, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, one of the guys in charge of the restoration decided to come by on Saturday because he wanted to get a little bit extra work done, I guess. Obviously, you know, they don't work Saturday because standard work week, but you know. So it's a small room, kind of like a one-bedroom apartment that's also part of this house. It's one of the reasons I was able to get such a good deal on the rent in this place, because that one-bedroom apartment is off limits to me. It's for the landlords only when they want to come over to America. To give you the quick and easy rundown, the people who own this place are a very wealthy Chinese family that live out in Canada, I believe, and they come down occasionally if they want to go to Disneyland or something like that, or take their kids somewhere. And so it's really nice. I mean, can you imagine the idea of buying a house if you were really, really rich or something, to buy a house but have it as a separate suite that has its own front door, and you can basically just chill in there like a free B&B and go to places in California whenever you feel like it? That sounds awesome. So naturally, I just rent out the other section of it because, well, obviously they gotta rent it out to somebody, but I get a nice discount on the rent because they have that area to themselves. It's a great deal, it really is, and obviously I don't need that extra space. I'm just one guy, so it works out perfectly for me. Anyway, while they were doing the restoration on the kitchen, which is just gutted right now, they found that the carpet in that area was super wet. Like, step on it, water squishes out between your feet. It's almost like stepping on a towel that you've just dunked in a large amount of water. Oh god, I forgot about that sound. I love being a bubble boy, but it kind of sucks that being a bubble boy in this map ain't that great, because there's no real area to put your bubble in. Because that bubble is great for camping or something, and there's some great maps that are really good for camping, but this ain't one of those maps. Anyway, turns out there was this big mainline backup that ended up kicking all of the water from the sink, toilet, and shower and having it bubble its way up, and it was just overflowing all the way through the room into the carpet, and so on. It's kind of awful, horrible, and extremely awful and horrible. So they're most likely, after I already got the thing fixed, so they had to call an emergency plumber on Saturday, mind you, and now they're gonna have to rip out that entire area. It ain't as bad because I don't go in there anyway, because it's their little area, but God, does it suck, because that means they're gonna have to be there as well, doing construction and getting rid of the goddamn area as well. It's not what I would particularly call a very fun time. I'm actually a little bit worried that this is going to be a consistent thing that I see more and more in this neighborhood, because the houses they built here arrived like mad. I moved in here in December. By then, there was this whole street of houses that hadn't even been constructed yet. Now, they've built in, what is that, December, January, February, March. So about 4 months, give or take, maybe more like 4.5. They built around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 14 houses on that one strip. 14 homes from start to finish. From, like, there's an empty lot here to wood to everything else. 14 homes in 4 months. And I don't know if that's fast. I don't know if that's slow. I'm not quite sure if I know anything at this point, but that feels pretty quick. And considering all the major league problems I'm having right now are because of the way the house is made, it scares me a little bit. It makes me worry that it's not just gonna be my house, but it's going to be a consistent problem in a lot of houses because maybe, I don't know, production was rushed. Won't be the first time people decided to make shit really, really fast to meet impossible demand. I like how this Geth Juggernaut is just doing Geth Juggernaut things. He's standing there, doing nothing, face tanking like 500 people while meleeing them to death. This is very much the Geth Juggernaut strat. I really like this house though, but it's starting to become a little bit more trouble than I would have liked. That's just not fun, not having a kitchen for that long, and also, it's not just that, it's like the sound and the dust, you know? Because you're stuck with these dehumidifiers the entire time, which are always blowing, which is basically having some mega fan in your house all the time. And that's not fun, but it's also just the sheer amount of dust that's around the place. Because of the dehumidifiers and the fact that they're jackhammering the entire area around, getting rid of everything like the drywall and stuff, it's just that sheer, pure amount of dust that is being kicked into the air. And obviously they have little tarps and stuff to mitigate it, but you can only mitigate it so much. And eventually you get to that point where you just kind of like wiping off your forehead, because of course I'm always touching my forehead, and like, oh, there's a load of dust on my hand. Oh, Jesus. It feels so nice just to be able to shoot the shit again. I mean, I was always able to shoot the shit, but it just feels so nice to be able to shoot the shit in this capacity again. It feels like it's been a while to just be like, hey guys, how's it going? Name's Brick. This is what's going on in my life. My house is falling apart. Hey Lamau. It's just kind of nice to be able to do that again. Especially playing a game like this. You know, if I'm able to shoot the shit while playing a game like Mass Effect, that just makes it that much better. I think I'm gonna keep on streaming a little bit more Destiny as well. I kind of feel like streaming this as well, Mass Effect, but there are a couple issues with the game, mainly just like the 30 FPS, and well, 30 FPS is hard because I like to run a 60 FPS camera, and so the back and forth of it's a little bit annoying. Also, it's a bit, how you say, it's a little bit close, the camera. Like, I'm not sure if you notice it, but the way the third person in this game is run, it's very, very close to the character. And because of that, it can sometimes be a little bit difficult for those who get really prone to motion sickness. I found that not only is turning my FOV up nice for just playing a game in general, but people who get very heavily motion, or have a lot of motion sickness while playing games, it's a lot more useful for them as well. I guess useful would be the word. It helps them. A lot less shaking around and craziness, and this game does have a lot of that. I noticed that when I was playing Apex and Titanfall, when I popped my FOV all the way up to 110, it felt so much different, and I realized I was actually looking around a lot less. I could roll with a much lower sensitivity and not have a problem with it. In fact, I've been trying to use my lower sensitivity for quite a bit now. Back in CSGO days, I would run 3500 DPI with a 5.0 sensitivity. 3500 DPI with 5.0. That was my main setup. People thought I was insane. And, I mean, yeah, maybe I was, but I really liked high sensitivity. It was just my thing. Now I'm starting to realize the better aim, I guess, or how much easier it is to aim by having low sensitivity. It's certainly a little bit more helpful. Hell, even for a game like Warframe, it's a lot more appreciated. It's just easier. Things just work out easier. And also, it's better for streaming, I'd say, as well. Being able to make sure that what you see on the screen isn't constantly changing does make it a lot better. Alright, hey, look at that. Full win. Ah, only partial extraction, though. But still, hey, nice. Don't get the extra XP you're normally supposed to get when you run randos, but like as in random enemies and stuff, but hey, look at that. It feels so nice knowing this game still has a population. Even if it's a small one, it's just cool to me. It's just fun. Maybe I'll see some of the same people over and over again the more I play. I don't know. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this another video. I'm probably going to see you again tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, then sometime soon. I'm working on a caustic guide for Apex, so we'll see how that one turns out as whenever I'm able to actually get that one done with, because it obviously does take a little bit of time. Anyone, my name is Brick. You're all beautiful boys and girls, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.